Hi everyone, thank you for clicking on this new video where I will talk about a very important subject, my favorite albums of all time. So, I chose to make this video because I wanted you guys to discover which artist I loved besides the Beatles. Of course, the Boys will always remain my number one band because they are my favorite, but there are still plenty of other artists that I love, and so I wanted you to discover them with me. And so, don't hesitate to tell me in the comments if you have other albums that you like from them and if my favorite albums also are yours, and also tell me your favorite songs, and yeah, let's just talk. And so in this video there will be like several parts. So firstly, the Beatles related albums, so firstly from the Beatles themselves, and then the solo, then I will go in onto other artists. Before starting, just know that the order that I will be presenting the albums has no meaning because I wanted to make a ranking, but I just couldn't rank them. I do have a favorite album, but this will be for next video because I will do a deep dive into it and explain why it's my favorite album of all time. But really, the albums that I'll be presenting now, I just can't say I prefer this one to this one because it's still too hard to tell because even me, I don't know how I prefer them. So yeah, just know that the order doesn't have any meaning. So just like I said, I will be beginning with the Beatles album. So this is the same ranking that I did on my first ever video. I will talk only about my three favorite Beatles albums, and I won't go any further than that. But in the third place comes Sgt. Pepper. Really, I think there is nothing more to say about Sgt. Pepper. It's just that it's one of the first, even the first, I think, concept album, and really, I think it's amazing. Then in second place comes Rubber Soul. Like I explained in my first video, this remained my favorite album of the Beatles during a very long time. But it changed really when I really listened closely to Abbey Road. So Abbey Road wasn't my favorite Beatles album at first at all, but really when the thing that made me change my mind, I also explained it in my first video, is really the medley. Like the side B from this album, I think is just perfect. So yeah, for me, those are my three favorite Beatles album. I'm not saying that, for example, that Abbey Road is better than Rubber Soul, or that Rubber Soul is better than Sgt. Pepper. It's really how I prefer the songs, how they impact me. So yeah, please don't come and get me. This is also a pun. Don't come and get me in the comments, please. Now I'll be getting into the Beatles solo. So I chose two albums per Beatle, if you can say it that way. So the first one I will start with John is Imagine. I think that everyone maybe will agree with me because this album is really amazing for me. It's a no skip, really. It might be my favorite John album, but I'm still hesitating with the second one I'm choosing from him, which is Mind Games. I also love Steel and Glass, but I still prefer those two. I think I will have to listen to them maybe again, but yeah, I think I still prefer those two. And so, and yeah, for with the new mixes that when that released last year, so in 2024, I think I rediscovered Mind Games like everybody did, and this made me discover how much I loved this album. So I'll keep on now with Paul. So one of my favorite album from him is really Ram. I think yeah, all everyone will agree also about this one. How much is it was like underrated at the time. Everybody like almost hated Paul for doing that, and now everybody knows that it's a masterpiece. Ram. And for the second one, I'm choosing a Wings album, which is my favorite Wings album. It's Band on the Run. Really, this album is perfect for me. Like, it has Bluebird in it, and I think it's enough to explain how much I love this album, with also the title Band on the Run. I also love 1985. This is really showing Paul's piano skills. And coming close to that, we have Venus and Mars, but I still think I prefer this one. Then for George, and I know that a lot of people are going to kill me here, but I still don't have All Things Must Pass on vinyl. I've been only beginning to collect vinyls since the beginning of the year, so yeah. And I also really wanted to get the one that was released this year for Record Store Day with the Zoe drop, and so I'm still trying to get it. So that's why I still don't have it. Please don't kill me. And so I think there is no explanation for saying why All Things Must Pass is in my favorite albums of all time. I think it's enough. And so I will get on with my second favorite album from George that I also rediscovered with the new releases that went last year. It's living in the material world. I also love 33 in a third, but I still prefer this one, I think. And yeah, but I will get All Things Must Pass in vinyl one day or another. That is a promise. So now I'll be getting into not Beatles related albums. I will keep on now with one of my favorite solo artists ever. It's Billy Joel, and I discovered him with The Stranger, and really I instantly fell in love with this album. I think yeah, it's really perfect. It has like Vienna, also She's Always a Woman, and also Just the Way You Are. Those three songs are just so perfect. I love Billy Joel. He's really one of my favorite artists of all time, and if you didn't listen to this, yeah, not only for Billy but also just for the songs in it, please do, because I assure you that you won't regret it. And for another solo artist that I love, it's up here. It's Elton John. Really, I'm also a huge fan. So my two favorite albums from him is like the one I have over here, but also Goodbye Brick Road. I still don't have it on vinyl either, but I didn't find it anywhere in a good state, so that's why I still don't have it. But really, Goodbye Yellow Brick Road is also how I discovered Elton. I also discovered him thanks to the movie Rocket Man. But yeah, musically, it's the album I started with, and really, I was blown away just by the song. That is the title, Goodbye Yellow Brick Road. This song is so perfect, and yeah, I love Elton John. He's really one of my favorite artists ever. Now we are getting on with more recent albums, really. I'm not listening to a lot of recent stuff, but really there are some things that I think are still very good. There are some Oasis albums that I love, but I didn't put them on this list. So if you want a part two, maybe I will present them. But now I will get into AM from Arctic Monkeys. So it's not that recent, but for someone who listens to the Beatles, it is. But yeah, I just love Arctic Monkeys. They are one of my favorite bands, and yeah, when I firstly listened to this, I was so like mesmerized, but because it's so good, like every song it's just melts into the other, and yeah, I think everybody agrees on this album that is perfect. Now I will be getting on with Hit Me Hard and Soft by Billie Eilish. I think that for everybody who knew Billie Eilish but didn't listen to her, when this came out and that I listened to it, I was on my knees literally, because it's I mean I don't even have the words, so much I Yeah, I listen to it very very frequently because like this album is it's so perfect. Billy's voice is amazing, and thanks to this album I came more deeply into Billy's music and discovered how amazing she was and how amazing her music was. So really, if you didn't listen to it, you have missed a huge thing. But really, listen to this album, but also to other like the first album from Billy is also very good, but I still prefer this one. Really, all the songs are perfect, the harmonies also, and yeah, this album is perfect. And so now I will be getting on with an album that was released this year, by Lofi. I also love Lofi. I love Bewitched, but this one, when I first listened to it, so I really listened to it like day one because I've been a fan of Lofi since quite a long time, I think. And really, I loved it. I know it's not at all the same type of music that I've just presented before. It's more like jazz, something like that. But I'm really into this kind of music because it's really something you can listen to like while walking. I think it's really like soothing, if we can say that this way. But like also Lofi's voice is so soft and so amazing to listen to, and the melodies, the lyrics are very meaningful, and it's a very very cool album. So it just came out like I think in August. So yeah, really, it just came out in my list a bit randomly, but yeah, listen to it because it's very good. And even the Bewitched album, which is the first album from Lofi, no, it's the second, sorry, is very good. So I'm very aware that this list might not be complete. I did a bit like thinking and trying to remember. But yeah, if you want part two, don't hesitate to tell me in the comments. Maybe tell your favorite albums of all time, and I will try to listen to them, and maybe they will get into my list. There are also like, for example, a Dark Side of the Moon from Big Floyd that I also love. So if you want to get more into detail of the other albums that I was thinking about, but I didn't present here, tell me so that we can have a part two. And also for the next video, I'm already telling you that it will be talking about my favorite album of all time. During a long time, I didn't have a favorite album of all time, but really, when I listen to this album, I won't say the name so that you won't get spoiled. But really, when I listen to this album, it changed it all for me. And when I listened to it, I didn't see yet the impact that I had on me. But now, every time I listen to it again, I'm just falling in love with it again. And yeah, so I will do a deep dive of this album like one day or another. Also explaining how it impacted me and why it's my favorite album and why it's coming over all everything I've just presented. So yeah, don't hesitate to tell me in the comments how your favorite albums impacted the way you listen to music, because really everything that I've just presented, it just changed something from me for in me when I listened to them for the first time. For example, when I was talking about Hit Me Hard and Soft, I wasn't such a Billy fan before, but now really it's changed. So really tell me how the albums that you love, how they changed you, really, because we all know that music can change someone in a very deep way. So yeah, don't hesitate to tell me, and so I'll tell you, see you next time for my next video that will talk about my favorite album of all time.